Hi, this is Colin Wood for AutoGuide.com. We're here today testing out Honda's latest model, the new CRZ hybrid hatchback. Now, it certainly has the looks of the original CRX and the lineage is very clear, but in many other ways this car initially came across as a dud. Not in our driving impressions, but when we first saw it at the auto shows and heard all the specs. Now, it doesn't get the incredible fuel economy that some people wanted, and it isn't a real performance vehicle in one sense of the word. That really sort of got to some of the tuner crowd who fell in love with the CRX over the years. They really want a Honda Fit with a RSX engine, but still priced like a Honda Fit, and that's just not going to happen. So here we are inside Honda's CRZ, about to leave in some downtown urban traffic here. And one of the great things about this car is that it can really change to suit your mood. So depending on if you're in a sporting mood or maybe you're in a more granola type mood and you feel like saving the environment today. Now if we stick the car in eco mode, or econ mode as Honda likes to call it, it really helps to improve the fuel economy. So Honda rates the car at 31 miles per gallon in the city and 37 miles per gallon on the highway. Now those don't sound like overly alarming numbers. The average is set at 34 miles per gallon, which is the much more important number, because for a lot of automakers they like to brag about, oh, maybe like the Ford Fusion, we get 40 miles per gallon on the highway, but their in-town driving isn't nearly as fuel efficient, and that really makes a big difference. Real world fuel economy is actually the most important part of any vehicle. It doesn't matter what the numbers say on a book, you've got to be able to do it in real life. And this car is very impressive. Right now we're getting 36.5 miles per gallon, and it was actually registering more about 39 miles per gallon yesterday before I went and did a whole lot of pretty hard driving with the vehicle. So if you average out somewhere in between there, you're looking at an average that's about as good as Honda's best. So what we've got under the hood of this car is Honda's 1.5 liter four-cylinder engine. It's pretty standard in their lineup, and it comes with Honda's IMA, or Integrated Motor Assist hybrid system. It's a really basic hybrid system, unlike the one found in the Toyota Prius, which is more advanced. The advantages are it's lightweight and it's relatively cheap to put in. So even if you put a CRZ without a hybrid setup, it still wouldn't cost all that much less. One of the complaints we do have with this car is that the 6-speed manual transmission, working with Honda's Integrated Motor Assist setup, has sort of a little bit of a glitch. Now the real issue is that the Integrated Motor Assist comes on and it allows the engine, the gasoline engine, to shut off entirely when you're at a stoplight. To do that, however, with the manual transmission, you actually have to take the car out of gear. But when you combine that with the fact that the Integrated Motor Assist takes just a split second to get in, as a result, the RPMs drop, you're out of gear entirely, and then when you want to get going again, you stick it in gear and it comes up and you try and go away, and often you just don't get the meshing quite right. And it's kind of like learning to drive a manual transmission all over again. You find that sometimes it revs up, and then right when it's revving down, that's when you start to leave, and the car kind of bogs down on you a little bit. And even after several days of driving this car, I'm not always getting it right. So as much as we love a lot about the new CRZ, it's not perfect, and there are some complaints. For starters, there is that issue we have with the Integrated Motor Assist and the manual transmission. The other issue also surrounds Honda's Integrated Motor Assist hybrid system. Like all the enthusiasts and the green people, we can't help but complain that it's neither incredibly fuel efficient nor is it a real hot performance car. It does make a great combination of both, and for that we really give Honda credit, but we think with a more advanced hybrid system, something along the lines of what Toyota has with their Prius, it would go a much farther way to delivering both better fuel economy and great performance fun. The list of what we do like about the car is pretty extensive. We have to say it looks great from the outside, even with 16-inch wheels, so you can get optional 17s, which are even bigger, but the design is great. On top of that, we have to say the interior is equally high-tech. There's a lot of great features, a lot of great new materials. It's rather than being sort of the economy-minded car that people think it might be because it's great on fuel, it really has a high-tech interior. It's not quite what you'd call premium, but we almost need to invent a new category for the kind of interior this is. Me personally, love the original CRX, one of the best looking cars that's been built in a very long time, and this really keeps true to that with a modern look that's funky, urban, and we absolutely love it.